Another one coming. Fire truck here. Notice? Fire truck. Oh, I'm waiting for the bus here. Blaring the siren. Wasting everyone's time. Interrupt. Now look at how slow it's going here. Oh yeah, I guess it has something to... a fake call right there. You can see them there. They didn't come right by here. It's still up ahead. Now that'll go silent as they continue down there. They'll turn it off. They only turned it on for that brief period of time there. So can't hear it anymore now. Notice that? That's Chief Paul Hutt, who is responsible for the heroic fire department here in Ottawa, and their fake calls and extortion, well, setting up fake calls to extort money and stalking and harassing law-abiding citizens. So it's Chief Paul Hutt, and he is responsible for them. Special constables, look at this here. They didn't wait till I got there though. Pulling away now from doing whatever hard work they were doing there, sitting there probably doing nothing. Normally they would time it right till I get up to the intersection here, but I guess I did it a little bit earlier there for today. So you see there's nobody over there too, like it's pretty much empty there. Just the actors had an important call though, with nobody there. Check this out here, right as I arrive here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Okay, right as I'm arriving here, okay. Okay, right as I'm arriving here, okay. Notice that? Look at this. Look at this, right? Ridiculous. You can see that right as I come up the stairs there. So when I was just leaving work, they showed up right there at the where I was going to get the train. And then as I get off right here, the same stalkers you can see showing up there. Is that Majid? That looks like him. That's a little Majid. I just want to see if that's him. Yeah, that's him too. I'm pretty sure. Looks like him. Looks like him. That's a little Majid. I just want to see if that's him. Yeah, that's him too. I'm pretty sure. Looks like him. Look, check this guy out here wearing the checkered shirt there. That's surveillance role player. So you'll notice as soon as I turn, that person turns and goes the other way. That was in case I said anything to them or whatever. I didn't waste time saying anything to them. We got all the footage we needed today. So right as I was leaving work, and then right as I come up from the train, they're showing up. So clearly attending to nothing, doing nothing legitimate. So it's good footage. That's all we need. Now check this out. Check this out. Let's see the surveillance role player. So this person turned as soon as they saw I wasn't going near them to talk to them or anything. No, that's it. You can see right there behind, she's taking footage of me there, walking behind her there. So she's holding up the phone and filming herself with me walking in behind there. Let's see there, she's just standing there. Now she's put it back as I passed, you can see. All just nonsense, all just done to evoke a reaction. But she was positioned there right as they got out too, to go in and pretend to do something there. That's all they do, really. Someone's gonna approach me and cough now, probably. Let's hear if she coughs. So as soon as I get there, you can see there, that person. So when I got off, the purpose of that person there was, if I said anything to them or whatever, to go over and just whatever, to film me or to try and act as a distractor kind of thing. So then as soon as I turned and she saw I wasn't going towards them to take footage, because I already had footage of them showing up there, she turns and takes out her phone and starts filming, but you could see when you walk past, the fire department there, set up there too. When I walked past, you could see, I think I caught it on the camera, she's filming reverse, so towards me, holding it up, filming herself, but in reverse, so that she caught me on the camera. You can clearly see that. I think you can with the glasses. From the footage, we'll see. So the special constables, I mean, seriously, like, all that does is, it's just making themselves look bad. I don't even care. Like, it's like, they can keep doing that every day for all I care. It just makes them look stupider. I'm just going to compile as much of it as possible, and that's it. I might not put it all out there right away, because there's so much of it, but eventually do a compilation. Because today, I mean, it was meant to be obvious, too, right? Because right as I got to the station near my work, they're there, and then right as I exit the doors, they're right there, too. No way that's coincidence, and so good footage there. So yeah, Friday the 13th tonight. I don't know what type of there's all these predictions of things that are going to happen, and half the time when they predict them, it won't happen because the people will already know that it's been predicted. And so what that does is, again, it's done to make the people who say that look like, well, look at this person's just, conspiratorial or whatever. And then they'll do it later or whatever. So they'll wait a little bit. That's what I've seen sometimes. And then move it up or whatever. They know that something's coming eventually, though. Something big will come eventually. That will lead to major problems in terms of, power outages. I think, anyway, based upon many, many years of programming in pop culture and film, all these other aspects that have shown us that is on the horizon, and then of course all these, the Illuminati card game and all these things that have proven so accurate with these supposedly just random, predictions, which obviously they aren't, because all these things are pre-planned many years ahead in advance. So, yeah, something will come eventually, but again, they can change these things up too. They could, if they know a lot of people are anticipating these things, they can easily just, switch the date or whatever. Say we're going to do it on this date. Move it up a little bit. They can gauge that based upon just looking at social media, and that's why all this was created. Because, people put their thoughts all out there on social media, and also the fact that they're listening to everyone's phone too. It's not just people who are on watch lists who are having their conversations listened to. I can assure you of that. It's these people who partake in the, the stalking and the targeting. I believe they're monitored as well, and that ensures that they stay in line and whatnot. What it is there's a system that has been in place for quite some time that is akin to really a tyrannical dictatorship, but you just don't notice it because the only thing that sets it aside from other real tyrannical dictatorships is they're not using physical force or violence yet. But everything else is in place. I mean, controlling people completely, even having them wear the clothing that they tell them. I mean, that indicates people behind the scenes wielding a lot of power and being able to, essentially dictate the actions of many of these people. And so that tells you, utilizing basic logic, that there is something going on behind the scenes where, there are people who wield tremendous power who are able to do these things. I'm going to wait. This is set up so that when I come up here, see, okay, so we'll have another one pulled out right in front of me here probably. Yeah, so that's what that, I mean, you can see that very clearly because there's no way. I mean, you look at how many people are just dressed in the same clothing that they're told to put on. Clearly they're told to put that on, right? And again, they're doing it in a way that there's some benefit for them, right? Like, I think probably a lot of them will get free accommodation, or at the very least, you know, financial incentives for doing these things. Because you're not just going to get people to go along with that out of the blue unless there's something in it for them. And unless, of course, you've created over years of chipping away at people's perception of morality this system where people value materialism above all else. Therefore, when you do that, you can use materialism to control them. And that's what's going on. So they haven't had to use, in order to obtain the, you know, the loyalties to control all of these people, they haven't had to use any type of really, you know, brutal repression or violence. They've done it in a way that has been very clever, and it's utilized materialism. But again, to reiterate, it would be much more difficult to be able to get so many people on board with these types of things if they did this in, like, say, like the 1950s or whatever, when people had a much more firm morals, firmly set morals. They had not managed to, and of course years of, you know, Hollywood and of course television and things like that, and pop culture being used as a catalyst to degrade moral perception, it has led us to a point where materialism can be used in such a manner to literally control people's lives. And disturbing to see it, and for a lot of us too. I mean, you don't really know it's going on unless you're either A, a part of it, taking a part in it, or B, somebody who's being targeted this way. I probably wouldn't know this is going on at all if you know, if I hadn't been targeted in this way. You would just, you know, you'd be going on about your regular life and you wouldn't be aware of these things. That's human nature, right? We unfortunately, many of us, you know, we just don't care as much about things unless they're happening to us. And you know, unfortunately, at times I have been guilty of that myself too, as most of us have been. Now, once it starts happening to you, you do appreciate that, you know, that there's other people going through this, and, you know, you really have to think of them and empathize with them also. Yeah, so again, a lot of things going on behind the scenes that has enabled them to essentially obtain the loyalties of so many people without forcing it, really, without having to use force. Instead, they have been able to entrap them by their love of materialism, by their desire for the temporary things of this world, and by the fact that they have elevated their love of those things above a love of God, or even in many cases a belief in God in general. You know, they've managed to chip away at that over the years as well, and completely skewer people's perception of morality, and that's what it's been. And that's why they had started doing this many, many years back, even when they had people, Freemasons like Nietzsche, writing books like Beyond Good and Evil. That's what that was all about. And, you know, that was in its much earlier stages then, for sure. It's taken a long time to get us to this point. But now, what they do is, realistically, there is a, well, anyway. Continue as I go past her. Right note there. You can get a good view, the car number and all that. Because typically up here on a Saturday it's very quiet. Let's see what's going up there. Okay, there's another police car right there. As you can see coming down here. No, it's like okay, 9633. 9633 is the car number there. Kind of caught a glimpse of the driver there too. So he's heading toward the intersection up there. That's the intersection where, I believe that's the intersection, yeah, that's the intersection where that other cop failed to identify himself and provide his badge number. So passing me by there this morning, Ottawa Police there. And then otherwise it's relatively quiet on Saturdays here, early mornings on Saturdays, very quiet. Keep in mind the timestamp on the glasses is not accurate, and the date is the 14th. This is Saturday, October 14th, 2023. For whatever reason, the timestamp on these glasses will not update properly, so that's what the date is. So one stalker police car passing me there as I move up this way. Realistically, do you expect them to be doing any legitimate work? I mean, come on. Seriously? Like, no, of course not. Like, there's nothing going on down here. This is all quiet. You can see this here. So I'm gonna go. I mean, I could get the bus there. I sometimes will, but I'm gonna go up here because it's one stop, just one stop down. I got some time, so and they got a car set up there because they're expecting me to go down there. So it's where last 4 or 5 Saturdays I've got the bus down there, so they got a car waiting there. So I'm gonna get the car number as well, and hopefully get a glimpse of the stalker as well. We'll see. Let's see what they have. Get a glimpse, and here's your usual dog walker here, so you can see this side here. So it is lining up with my crossing here. And just give her a minute to kind of go through there. Okay, now you can see how that's coordinated right at the intersection there, and then we'll have a walk down here. Yeah, so the last, I'd say the last 5 or 6 Saturdays I've gone down this way, just because I had a bit of extra time after going to the grocery store. So the Masonic police know that, so they're positioned there right where I'm going to kind of turn. So we'll see if we can get a glimpse there. The first, one second here. Okay, yeah, it's pulling off. See, everything else is quiet and dead here. Typical on Saturday mornings, there's nothing going on down here. It's all quiet. This is the route I take, typically on Saturdays, to go up to the next bus stop down here. So, like I said, 4 of the last 6 Saturdays, the police have shown up at that intersection. Now they've got a special constable, you can see, that just pulled up there behind the police car to linger there and sit and do nothing as I arrive too. So we'll see if we can get a glimpse of the car number of them as well. Yeah, they're positioned right up there where they know I'm going to be turning. Again, sitting there doing nothing. So we'll just catch a glimpse and then move along. I believe that's a constable that pulled up behind him there. Yeah, it is. So they got both pretending to do something legitimate, which they're not, because there's nothing up there. It's just them sitting there. So this is where I'm going to turn here, so they're positioned right in front here of where I get the bus. Like I said, for the last 6 Saturdays, they've shown up at that intersection precisely, so they're doing something slightly different today. And just kind of sitting there getting paid to do nothing up ahead there, which is pretty much what they do generally anyway, when they're not actively stalking people. So just going to catch a glimpse. Look at him. He's driving off. Is he driving off? Oh, we'll see. Just going to catch a quick glimpse if we can here. Now the road, they're literally just sitting there. The road is not blocked or anything like that, I don't think, out there. There's no signs or anything like that. So they're just positioned here knowing the route that I'm going to go. So I'm going to catch a glimpse here. So the one car you can see, okay, so the first constable car here, you got a guy kind of lingering outside of it. And then the other one, police car is kind of more in the middle of the road, just sitting there again, doing nothing. Oh, sorry, there's 2 police cars and a constable car. So, just catch our glimpse of the number of the vehicles here. So there's 4 of them in total. I'm just sitting there, you can see. And this is right where I go, right where I gotta go to the bus there. Yeah, look at the CBC there too. Stalkers all over here. So they'll have, there's military camouflage on here. Look at them pulling away now as I come. They know I'm gonna catch a glimpse here. So I get now watch as I come up, they're gonna have surveillance role players come close to me. Watch. You can see the one guy with the camouflage there, positioned there. So the number here is, let's get the number here. B2-20520. B2-20520. You can see one of the stalker cops coming up here. Catch a glimpse of him. Yeah. B2-20520. Now they're just going to pull away as I've arrived here. So you saw the 2 police cars had pulled away as I arrived too. I'm going to catch a glimpse of the next, watch. See? Notice? Dealing with nothing, just parked there as I come up here. Just going to catch a glimpse of the car number here for that one. I got that one. Plate number there. A31803. Catch a glimpse of the face. Yeah. Yeah, see, told you, right there. Right on time there. So you can see all of them were positioned there dealing with nothing, knowing this is right up here where I'm going to get the bus here. Just sitting there parked there. That's what they do, those people. And you can see, look, notice the guy here with the, we're in the black with the wool hat on looking over. They got, whenever they do these things with the police, they always have people set up to be lookout people. So you can notice the guy there, right over there, going at me. That's to provoke and to attempt to kind of cause conflict here. So I'm just gonna get a shot of this back. You can see him just glaring at me for no apparent reason there. He's one of the surveillance role players who works with the police, and they knew I was going to come over and just get the footage, right? So they'll always have people like that out and about, just glaring at me, hostile for no reason. So I'm going to just grab some footage here with the phone. This here. Looks like another one coming there. So that was set up to, so that as soon as I walked there, they'd have the dog walker there, citizen operative. Okay. Anyway, we'll head over here. One headlight right here. Camouflage over there. Got the whole deal today. Sure does that. He's gonna get out the same stop too, this guy lots, guaranteed. You can tell by the way he's reacting. Yeah, so, oh look, he's going back too. That's exactly what I thought. So you can see that guy up there, the bald guy. Yeah, obviously I caught footage of him in Ottawa. Look, he's crossing, see? So he traveled all the way up here, got off at the stop right before me. Now he's crossing over and going back the opposite way. The way he came, you can see that. I figured they'd have him get off. By the way he was looking at me, I could just tell. He was making the silly hand gestures and whatnot and kind of glancing at me. So they had him ride all the way here to Quebec. He gets off and then goes back over to the other side of the street where he's going to get the bus going back the other way. So he traveled up, he traveled from Ottawa to here to go to Tim. Look at this here. This way to get off here. Check this out. Notice this too? Again, she looked directly at me. You could tell, hoping to evoke a reaction there. Look at this, we're reversing now. Look at this, check this out, check this out. Check this out now. Look at that. Look at that. A lot of activity today, man. So that was right as I crossed. Look at this, putting the lights on now. So you can see, she pulled it. She was lined up at the intersection now. Does a U-turn right next to me and then goes down there after looking directly at me and then turning right. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of activity. This guy's gonna cough probably. Listen. It's funny. Cop looked like she was like 16 years old. They'll hire anyone here anyway. It's not like you need qualifications to work as a cop here. As long as you're corrupt and willing to stalk people, then you're in. So, anyway, let's see what we have today. A lot of activity there.